They named this farm, they took this plot of land and named it the soil of prosperity. And we're going to take this opportunity now and talk to some of our participants speak, and then we're going to celebrate their hard work here at the Soil of Prosperity Farm. Before we move forward, I'd like to acknowledge some of our local dignitaries, but I know we got to have our dignitaries in place, but I have to take my hat off to my staff. I appreciate you all dearly, because I know there are times when, in working with this project, you all are probably looking at me like, Mr. Camel, what are you talking about? Mr. Camel, what are you doing? Mr. Camel, I already put in 40 hours this week. I got to give you 10 more. And I would say kindly, yes, give it 10 more. At the same time, we are here and it's for our children. So I want to say thank you. To our local dignitaries, Mayor Wilson, thank you for coming out. Mr. City Manager, Commissioner Taylor from the Henry County, Commissioner Taylor. And we have other dignitaries that I cannot see in the room. I'd like the Sheriff's Department, they are here represented, and they are one of our partners as well here at the Youth Empowerment Center. Before we move forward now, I will have our mayor, our city manager come up to welcome you all to the city of Belle Glade.
Good afternoon. Indeed, it's a good afternoon. We bring greetings to you from the city of Belle Glade and its elected body, Commissioner Michael Martin, Commissioner William Greer, Commissioner Gordon Agent Harley, and our Vice Mayor, Mary Wilkerson, and our CEO, Mr. Lomax Harrell. Please give him a hand. I won't take much time up, but it's important that we understand two things. Everywhere I go, I often hear people talking about getting involved. And when you look at this center through the leadership of Mr. Leondrae Camel, many of you who help provide the services and the resources, which is so important. There are always people talking about getting involved. And that's all in my understanding that a lot of people do these days, talk and do more talking. And then there's a group of individuals that complain. And that's all they do is complain and do more complaining. But when I look around and I see the same faces and I see Mr. Leondrae and his staff and many of you, Boots and the Sheriff Department and those names who I failed to call that are involved. You roll up your sleeve and you get involved. Now let's talk about the youth empowerment. There's a difference in getting the youth involved as opposed to empowering them. When we talk about empowerment, we talk about making sure that they take ownership, have a principle, and making sure that they know that this is a start for them that will set the tone for many of us in the days to come. So we say thank you for the leadership that you provide to these kids, and we say thank you to the kids who provide the leadership to their community. It's all about the youth, setting the direction for the years to come. So we say thank you for your leadership, and we say thank you on behalf of the city of Belle Glade. God bless you.
The Soil of Prosperity Farm was a true community effort. You know, we began in this building, the Youth Empowerment Center. I had some people come out and they say, along with the youth, and they all talk to the youth and say, hey, what can we do? You have this empty vacant lot and it's overgrown and we could do some things, and let's do some things and talk with your students. So when I say a true community effort, we met in the Youth Empowerment Center. You're talking about several organizations, farmers, community leaders, business owners. They all met in this building just to talk about this effort. Now, we're here as, it's here. I can't tell you it's an effort anymore. It is something that's here. I don't want to go into all the names because I promise you I will forget some, but at the unveiling you'll see all the names. At this time I would like to bring up Mike Maidenberg with the Collins Center.
Thank you, Leondrae. My name is Mike Maidenberg. I work for the Collins Center for Public Policy in Miami. And I've been involved with this effort from the beginning, and I've really seen it take root and take blossom, and it's really been great. What we do is something called the Lake Okeechobee Regional Initiative, and we like to find what we call doable deeds, where there is something that is actually concrete that happens that people can touch, see, and know that progress can be made. And I don't think there's a better example of it than this urban farm, Soil of Prosperity across the street, which one time was just a vacant lot. So I want to thank some of the people who I feel have been very important to this. The South Florida Water Management District has been a strong supporter financially and in other ways, and I want to acknowledge them. We have what we call the Soil of Prosperity Heroes, and one of them is here right now, Norman Harrison. Mr. Harrison, as everybody knows, who works for the Everglades Research Center. That's his day job, but his other day job and night job and around-the-clock job is his passion for making this garden really bloom. He's been so important to it. Barbara Sadler is not here I don't think she's here, but she's another IFAS employee who did such a great job. And you know, the idea of this is not just to grow, but it's to sell. You know, so in this year we're going to do a little bit of donation and selling right now, but in years to come, this is going to be the whole cycle, not only growing, but actually selling and learning something about entrepreneurship and learning something about business, which is so important. We're going to have, the garden is still growing, but most of the work in the garden is finished for the season. However, over the summer, there's going to be something called the water experience, which many of the students are going to be going through, which will take them to the Water Management District. The Water Management District will come here and begin to bring young people into a better knowledge of what the Water Management District does, how it moves water, how it cleans water, how it resolves disputes over water, and how it cleans water for Everglades restoration. That'll be a really great program here. And then there's one other key person I think that needs to be acknowledged. He was acknowledged as part of the staff by Taranza McKelvin, right over here, who's also going to be the key person on the water experience. He's really been an important person. So with that, I'm going to turn it back to Leondrae, Mr. Camel, and thank you as well.
At this time, I'm going to bring up one of the students. But before she comes up, I have to tell you all, without the efforts of the Lake Okeechobee Regional Initiative, they have truly supported us from the onset. So I have to give my hats off, take my hat off, to the Lake Okeechobee Regional Initiative. Thank you, Lake Okeechobee Regional Initiative. Now we will have one of our hardest working students. All of them work hard. But this student here, who's very interested in healthy eating, so interested that she's going into nursing. She works tirelessly with the Soil of Prosperity Farms. Merlene Joseph, would you come up, please? She's going to share with you some of her own story about.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Merlene Joseph, and it is an honor for me to be standing in front of you this afternoon on behalf of YVP Soil of Prosperity Garden. The Soil of Prosperity Garden has been a very special place in my life. I have learned a lot of new and different things as far as what type of plants grow better in different 4 seasons, such as the spring, fall, summer, and winter. I have treated the plants like they were my very own, and I have also helped a lot of people out in my community by providing them with a variety of different plants and vegetables to eat. I want to educate my people about proper dieting, giving them a chance to become healthier and possibly live a longer life. This is important to me because I want to become a nurse one day. The garden has been helped survive and learn from my community. By participating with the Soil of Prosperity,